record. There it is. And pull up the PowerPoint that I did for tonight. Okay. Well, that's not the right one. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Chapter 4. Are y'all ready to go?
Yes, ma'am.
What I need to mute everybody. Let me go back and muted myself. I'll get it in a minute. Can you all mute yourself? I don't see the button to do that now.
We can.
Yeah. Jim, Shelley, can y'all mute? I'm afraid if somebody comes in, though, they won't be muted.
Linda, if you just minimize that screen, you should be able to pull back your where you can mute everyone.
Well, that's what I'm looking for, but I'm not finding it. Let me pause the recording for one. Or that says my desktop is paused. I'll go back to it. Manage participants. That's it, I think.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, that's it. Got it. Perfect. Okay, now let me go back and grab this. And can you all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? You can see my PowerPoint? Okay, perfect. All right, let's get started. Rock Your Network Marketing Business, Chapter 4, Promoting Products. And also this is about building a great customer base. Developing a customer base. You have to be a product of the products to develop your own passion about the products and credibility about the products. If you start telling somebody about one of our products that you have never used yourself, you're not going to even sound credible. So you need to be a product of the products. We've heard this for a long time now. Always leave your prospects with samples. The business might not be for everyone, but the products can be for everyone. I mean, there's really no one I can think of that cannot take some of our products. I mean, there are some products that aren't designed for some people with certain medical conditions, but everyone can use some of our products, although they might not be a prospect for the business. So here's an example. You're going to love our products. If for some reason you decide not to do the business, I would love to have you as a customer. That's a good line that we need to develop. Customers influence your volume in a very big way. Most of the time, your new ambassadors are going to come from your customer base. There are exceptions. Becky is one of the exceptions. Becky was never a customer. I sent her a sample almost, 2 years ago now? And I guess she tried it, but she wasn't interested in the business, and I didn't think to ask her about being a customer at that time. Well, maybe I did, I guess. I asked you about being a customer, but she wasn't interested at the time. How to make right now money. Customers create a great source of right now money and immediate residual income. This is why I have been giving new ambassadors who purchase a welcome pack and turn on their auto shipment a Plexus embroidered key fob. If they go 100 PV over the welcome pack, they start making money right away the very first month. And there's very little that you can do to get them more enthused than if they make money the very first month they're in Plexus. And it seems to be working because I've given away a lot, and a lot of those people that earned it are still working the business. Referrals. You know, this is something I have not been at all good at, but believe me, from today forward, I will be better. Customers are a great source of referrals that we often forget about. Wealth comes from leverage, and leverage comes from building a team. So would you rather own one store that sells a product, or would you rather own the whole franchise of stores? Well, I think I know what most of you all would say. When you leverage your time and energy through building a team, they're going to be out there working like you're working, so you're multiplying your efforts. Residual income. Sarah, the author of this book, says, I could never sell enough products on my own to earn a 7-figure annual residual income. I don't know that many people to sell to. So how do you balance team building and creating a customer base? And this may surprise you what she said, although I've been in Plexus 2 years and I have seen this happen and seen people learn about this. You lead with the business and you default on the product. What does that mean? It means I share the opportunity first with the idea that I am recruiting them for the business. If they aren't interested, then we can say, well, I'd love to have you as my VIP customer, and get their order and ask for referrals. And I have started approaching people with the business first, but I hadn't really thought so much about trying, if they aren't interested in the business, I've said in my brain they're not interested in the product, but that's not necessarily so. They may not be interested in the business and they may be interested in the product, and I haven't really given that as much thought as I should. Long-term success, if you stop selling or your customers stop purchasing, your income stops. Therefore, we always need to be selling the product. But developing a large team allows us to develop walk-away income, an income that grows and is not solely dependent on just what you do. This is the type of income that allows you to someday retire and still get paid. We need to teach our teams to nurture their customer base. And I will tell you right now, I have not done a very good job. I have a big, long list of customers. Many of them are not active customers. However, many of them have become ambassadors. But I have many that I've let slip through the cracks because I didn't nurture them and I did not follow up with them. How to get great customers. One of the first and best ways we can do this is to host events in people's homes. Would you rather spend 1 hour of your time in front of 10 people as opposed to talking to one person for an hour? That makes sense. That's why we host events in people's homes. Here's a sample conversation that you can use. I have a business that's growing in your area and I would love to meet new people. Would you be willing to host an event for me? You invite your friends and I will do all the work, and I'll even throw in free product as a thank you for hosting the event for me. This expands your audience, increases your exposure, and helps you to secure more customers and leads for your business. I mean, frankly, I've never approached anyone who wasn't already an ambassador about hosting an event for me, but I am definitely going to think that through in the future. Here's something else that she suggested is customer appreciation events are very powerful. She said that her team, once a quarter, they would host this kind of event with their friends, family, and customers and call it a customer appreciation event, like coffee and conversations. She used another term that I didn't choose to use here, but the coffee and conversations is a good way to theme it. Sometimes they even hosted a luncheon. They shared customer testimonials, highlighted new products, did fun games and drawings. And this is a lot like our opportunity meeting, of course. Instead of this being in just one person's home, our opportunity meetings are in a public venue usually, and all of us combine forces to come together. But this is talking about a customer appreciation event, which I think would be a good thing to think about, especially maybe doing in Shreveport sometime, because we have a lot of customers there. Always mention the opportunity and the business success stories at these customer appreciation events. You need to gift your products at every occasion. Always look for ways to get our products in people's hands. Give them for holiday gifts. Give them for birthdays. Give them for thank yous. And I cannot say that I have always done this. I'm not sure I ever really purposely thought about it, but I will from now on. Also, social media and sharing stories are a great way to share your products. Now, we are really good at this for the most part, especially with Facebook. We need to use our products. We need to make sure our family uses them. We need to develop customer testimonials and share them, and we need to post before and afters. There's very few of us who do not already do this. People who do not share are not really serious about having a Plexus business. You cannot quit sharing for a week at a time and then decide you're going to bang, bang, bang share. Because what happens is people think, well, she's already quit. Well, it must not be working for her because she's not saying anything about it anymore. I promise you that's what people think. You don't want people to think that. You need to share about Plexus in a social media forum, which for most of us is Facebook, every single day.
Hey, Linda.
Yes.
Let me interject something right there, if
Yes.
you don't mind. I had this exact conversation with an ambassador today at BBS who is inactive. I'm not even sure who she's under, but she was saying, that when she signed up under Plexus, she didn't tell a soul because she didn't even want anybody to know, because she didn't want anybody to make those types of comments. And I said, well, that's where you and I differ. I look at Facebook as another level of accountability. It's that it is. It's another level. It's not only building my business, but it is keeping me accountable, because I know that there are, I have 900 and something friends that are watching me post daily, and they're waiting. They know on the 3rd of the month is my anniversary wait day, and they're waiting for July 3rd to see where I am and what I've done. And it keeps me motivated, because I'm like, oh yes, ma'am, I better be less than I was in June 3rd because everybody's watching, and it is good for your business, and it's another level of accountability to make sure that you're staying on task with your personal wellness goals.
That's right. And sometimes I wonder when people aren't posting if that's not the reason why, because they don't want people to see or know that maybe, they're not being real faithful to their products or whatever. So sharing on social media, for those of you here tonight, it's probably not a problem for you. Number 5, if your company offers samples, try using a sample pack approach. Of course, we have samples. And here's some actual quotes that she said, like to a waitress: great service. Do you love your job? Or cute kids. Where do they go to school? This is just a way of creating a conversation with a stranger. I love talking with you today. I would love to leave you with this gift, which is the sample and what it's for. I promise you'll love it. If you promise you'll try it, I promise I'll follow up. Now, I posted today on my page about having lunch and speaking with the waitress where I had lunch. If you didn't see that post, you need to see. I posted a post, and then below it I posted something else along with it. But I was able to get this waitress's email address. What I did, I found out her name was Amber. I found out she was single, and she's a medical student. She works at Cheddar's, which is one of my favorite restaurants. And I got her name and the Cheddar's put in my phone. And I started a little friendly conversation with her. I laid a business card on the table where she could see it, and told her that I was in a great business of health and wellness, and I was looking for people in this area where I was to join me in this business. And then she'd go do whatever and come back. And in between our conversations of her coming back, I'd tell her a little bit more. And I said, I would love to keep in touch with you and tell you more about this business. Would you mind putting your information in my phone? And I had already put Amber, her name, in there. I didn't know her last name. And I handed her my phone, and she just wrote it right in there. And it was the easiest thing to do. I mean, I've had people do that before. Usually people younger than me can put it in my phone faster than I can put it in my phone. So I just hand them my phone, and they seem very willing. Once you have developed a little rapport with them to do this. You can get their name, number, tell them what time you're going to call, and write it on, if you want to write it on a card and leave it with them. Now, like my business card is shiny, and I wouldn't be able to write anything on it or, write it. I mean, if I had a magic marker with me, I could, I guess. But that's what I've been doing, just trying to get their information in my phone, and then I can follow up with them. Then when you follow up with them, how did you love the product? Before I tell you more about it, I'd love to tell you why I'm excited about this business. And I will be following up with this girl. Facts tell, stories sell. Here are 5 important facts that you need to know about how to tell your story. And some of you know this already, I know. Number 1, share your history or challenge before the products or service. Number 2, share how you were introduced to your products or service. Number 3, share what product or service you started on. And if you'll notice, a lot of people, when they're posting their before and after pictures, people will ask them in the comment section, what are you taking? Because they want to know, because they know we have several different products. And well, how did you lose 40 pounds? And how did you lose 25 pounds? And how did you get rid of your migraines? They want to know which products you're using. Share the time frame in which you saw results, or the immediate results that you saw. In other words, did you lose 20 pounds in a week? Well, no. Or did it take you a year or 2 years? We've seen testimonies like all of those. And share what the best part is, the greatest results you are achieving with your products or hope to achieve. Now, I don't believe in telling you to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. So here's what I did. I wrote my own personal example out and how I have used each one of these 5 things. Number 1, we said share your history or challenge before the products or service. And here's what I said and say. I always seemed to lose weight and gain it back. I hated dieting. I really wanted to lose weight and keep it off. Second, how were you introduced to your products or service? One day my daughter Heather called me and said a teacher from her former school was sharing about a new weight loss product on Facebook, and did I want to come over and hear her tell us about it? So share what you started on. I was always interested in something like that. Although she did not bring us a sample, we decided that if all you had to do was mix this little packet up in a bottle of water and drink it, and it would help you lose weight, it didn't matter what it tasted like. We would do it. If others could do it, we could do it. So we both ordered welcome packs with Slim in them. How about the time frame? Well, we both lost weight right away. I actually went on a cruise right after I signed up, and I thought, now how am I going to do this? Because cruises are all about eating. And I decided I would just take my Slim with me and do the best I could and really get serious when we got back home. Well, you don't take a cruise every day. So I decided I was still going to enjoy myself. I ate what I wanted, but I realized I didn't eat as much as I probably would have. When I got home, I was shocked to see that I had actually lost 1 pound, even though I had enjoyed creme brulee and ice cream almost every night. And we did walk a lot on certain days on that cruise. I was absolutely thrilled because I was expecting to have gained several pounds and then just have to start taking them off again. The best part, I've lost around 20 pounds and I've kept it off. I didn't expect more results than that, but I've been so pleasantly surprised to lose my migraine headaches, have more energy, and a better attitude. You can ask my husband about that. My hair is not falling out like it was. My nails are strong and healthy, and they have never been strong in my life. I wore acrylic nails for over 25 years, and now I wear my own natural, strong, beautiful nails. And I have met so many wonderful people through Plexus and have been encouraged and blessed financially beyond anything I never, ever expected. Now, I'm giving you a personal example of how I just did all of those 5 things. And furthermore, here is my picture. That's an example of how we share. How to keep great customers. Sign up all your customers on our AutoShip or preferred customer program. And I know Becky, I think it was Becky, asked me one time, exactly what do you say? I know 1 or 2 people have asked me, exactly what do you say? These are my exact words. And I'm going to post this PowerPoint, you know I always do. And you can take this and copy it and make it your words. But you need to have a script in your mind so that you don't stumble around. Here's what I say. There are 3 ways to buy Plexus products. First, there's retail, but nobody does that. Now that's exactly what I say. And whether I'm talking to them on the phone or in person, I shake my head, but nobody does that. Second, when you sign up as a preferred customer, you will automatically get the same shipment the next month at the same time. That way you won't run out or need to worry about calling to reorder. Also, after your 3rd month, you'll get a 10% discount, making it very close to wholesale. Or the 3rd way is to sign up as an ambassador. It only costs $34.95, and you can purchase a welcome pack, which is a collection of products priced way below wholesale to help you get started. We only have that one opportunity to purchase a welcome pack. I cannot go back now and buy one. And if you have 3 or 4 friends who order from you, you can probably make enough money to cover your own products. If you really want to make this a business, you can earn a lot more. That's exactly what I say when I'm talking to a prospective customer. And almost every time they are a preferred customer. I have very, very few retail customers. You know, one thing I did leave out here is the 60-day warranty guarantee. I strongly push that. We want you, and I say to them, I try to kind of get a commitment out of them to try it for 60 days. In other words, I don't want them to do it 2 weeks or even 1 month and say it didn't work. I say to them, we really want you to try this product for 60 full days. That's why we give a 60-day warranty. And if at the end of that time you feel like it didn't work for you, it wasn't right for you, just save your packaging and you can get a full refund. And that's exactly how it works. And also, it's not any money out of my pocket. So if you feel like that's what you need to do, you don't need to feel bad about it because it's not going to affect me. And that's exactly what I say, and that's exactly true. How to keep great customers. And I don't do all of this. Sometimes I do. Walk them through the first order. This eliminates the likelihood of orders, errors, or buyer's remorse. Send them instructions on how to take the products properly. I send them a page of exactly how I take every product, even the ones that they're not buying. Immediately when you have a new customer, send them a handwritten thank you card. I have not done this. I'm going to start doing this. High-end stores do this. When you buy something very expensive from a high-end store, often they will send you a handwritten thank you note, or at least it has been signed by a real person. About a week after they place their order, follow up with a phone call. Lead on a very positive note, like, how are you loving your experience? How are you loving your Plexus products? And they'll tell you. Here's a continuation of how to keep great customers. A week before their next auto shipment, you contact them again. You can put the date on your calendar or the date on your phone to remind you. Possibly make additional suggestions for them and help them adjust their order if necessary. Sometimes people start on the triplex, and after they've gotten the triplex for 2 months, if they're not taking 4 cleanse a day, which most people aren't, I don't think, they're going to end up with a bunch of cleanse, and they may need to change their order. And what I understand from Plexus is, as long as they order a Plexus product every month, then after that third month, they'll get the 10% discount. It doesn't have to be exactly the same product every month, but if they turn it off or skip a month or delay it, then they start the 3-month 10% thing all over again. And that's very important for them to know. A week before their auto shipment, you contact them and see if you need to help them change their order. Continual follow-up is the key. Keep them in the loop with exciting product launches, specials, or product-specific events in their area. Now, to show you I am not perfect, which I have never claimed to be, I have not mentioned our brand new product that just came out to my customers. In a way, I guess I'm glad I didn't, because they recalled it right away. But had they not done that, that would have been an ideal thing, because to send a notice to all of my customers about this brand new product that we have. But I didn't. If you treat your customers like very important people, they will stay loyal and they will stay committed. Royalty equals loyalty. Treat them like royalty and they will give you loyalty. Customers are a gift that keeps on giving. Happy customers are the very best business partners. If the customer is not interested in the business, they may lead you to someone who is. Develop your own referral rewards program. This can be a small product or cash back from your bonus as like a finder's fee. And don't forget to ask them to host an event for you. I have not done this very well. I'm going to start doing this. Referrals are rewarding. You have to use discretion about how much you're willing to give for referrals. But Sarah says some of her strongest distributors came from referral sources, and she names 2 in particular, one lady named Stephanie and one lady named Emily. She met Emily through her sister. She asked her sister, who was actually not a customer, would she post a blurb about her product for her, and she did. And Emily was a woman who worked at the gym and eventually came back to Sarah as a customer and ended up being a business partner. Emily and Stephanie. Stephanie used to teach Sarah's son in kindergarten. Stephanie started referring people to Sarah. One day she said to Sarah, well, why not me? Why don't I just become and whatever distributor or whatever they called it? Today, Stephanie and Emily have earned more than $10,000 in bonuses in their company. They've risen to the top of the leaderboard in their company, and they become 2 of Sarah's very dearest friends. So that's a quick overview of this chapter. Now take what you learned and rock your customer base today. This has been all about customers, how they can lead into being ambassadors for us. I learned a lot in this chapter. A lot of things I have not done, was not doing, but am going to start doing. Next week is chapter 5, Power Prospecting. Where do I find people? And she tells a wonderful story about her $50 million mistake. You remember that $50 million woman who was in a previous chapter? Well, this is a different story about her $50 million mistake. Frankly, I don't want to make a $50 million mistake. I don't have enough time left in my life to recover from a $50 million mistake. So let's stop our recording, if I can figure that part out. Stop the video. Got that done. Now how do I get you all back together?
Switch it to do you see stop sharing?
Yep.
Okay.
Click that.
I think so.
Okay. Now we're all back. All right. And I have you all unmuted, except I don't know where I went. I'm not sure. That's okay. You can hear me. What I would like for you to do is just take a minute. We have about 5 minutes left. Becky, let's start with you. Tell us what you learned tonight.
Oh, I learned a lot of stuff tonight. With you, I didn't even think about asking people to host things at either their home or their not like a business launch thing, but just like a taste and see thing. And honestly, I think that the in-home or maybe like in a doctor's office after hours or something, waiting room or something, I think that's more appealing to people than a busy restaurant on a weeknight, after work or something. And also just the ways that you just keep, it's refreshing to me to keep hearing the things that I know to do. But like I have been doing weekly emails to all of my customers, but the past couple of weeks I have let that fall through the cracks. And there are some people that are inactive that I really need to reach out to and ask for referrals. I have gotten a couple referrals from some of my maybe younger customers who've referred me to their parents or something like that. And none of those have really come to fruition yet, but I have been getting a few referrals. So, and I have been trying to, my goal has been to speak to at least 3 people a day, new people about Plexus. And so, being at VBS today, my audience this week is somewhat limited, but I'm still doing the best I can with who comes in my path.
Okay, great.
And I had a huge personal victory this week. I bought a size large t-shirt that fits my body for the first time, and I can't even tell you how long.
Wow, that's so exciting, Becky.
I know, I'm super excited about it.
Becky, help me figure out how I can get myself back up here.
Okay, let's see.
I did manage participants. See, it shows that my camera is muted. But
okay,
when I toggle up there, that thing keeps getting in the way.
Okay.
Can you see what I'm seeing?
Yes, I see it. I see that your microphone is green. Well, now you muted yourself, but there's a line through your video camera. I'm not sure.
I know. I can't figure out how to get that line off. I tell you what, there's some crazy thing that happens every single week. I'll have to ask Heather. She knows about that, but somehow I got my picture gone. All right. Well, I'm sorry that y'all can't see me, but I can see you. So, Lita, what did you learn tonight?
Well, I was paying attention to what you said about knowing the product and using the product, so that you don't want to be in a position where somebody asks you about it and you have never tried it. So,
right.
I've probably not tried more than I've tried. And I can't take the accelerator. And today somebody was asking me about it and they want to try it. And so as it turns out, I do have a bottle but I'm kind of a hyper person anyway, so I can't add to that.
Right.
With the accelerator. And I just can't sit still if I do that. But I guess I don't know what to say when it doesn't work for me, like the accelerator. And I don't know how to explain that in a way without being negative.
Well, I wouldn't say, Lita, it doesn't work for you. You don't need to take it. And there are people.
That's kind of what I said.
Yeah. When people have high blood pressure, we never advise them to take Plexus. Like
right.
My mom, she's 84, but she has high blood pressure and heart problems. And, I would never, ever, ever suggest that she take it. And a lot of times we say, if you have medical conditions you're concerned about, you should ask your doctor first.
Right.
And give them, the product information and what is in the product, and they can take it to their doctor and ask.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I do have the Boost and I have the Block. And I bought the Ease and I just got that in yesterday. So the only one that I haven't tried is the Block. So I'm going to order that, and then I will have tried that and the cream. and then I will have them all. So.
Lita is the newest ambassador on this call. She's new this month. You know, Lita's my friend that I've known for over 40 years, and I still have not seen her in person in all that time.
It'll happen.
Just like this. Okay, Shelley, what did you learn?
Well, the two things that I'm not doing that I think I'm going to start doing is leave my prospects with products. And also gift my products whenever I can, because I think that's two good ways to at least get it in their hands, have them try it, and just see if they like it, so they wouldn't be as apprehensive about ordering it.
Great. Jim, what about you? We got 1 minute left.
Well, I do give my prospects the product, but also I'd never thought about gifting it like that. That's another good way to get it in somebody's hands.
Yes. Thank you all so much for being on the call tonight. I'll get all these little kinks worked out eventually, and I'll get this uploaded and put the PowerPoint up. See you all next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you Saturday.
Yes, I'll see you Saturday.
Okay.